Hello, hello, hello. This is the Angels in Politics broadcast, and I am the white collar goon, the creative and artistic manifestation of Angels in Politics. I got the door open a little bit. I'm just like bringing some air in. It's a little stuffy in this vehicle, um, but it's okay. It's actually a beautiful day outside. Um, Perhaps I might bring you some of that solar energy to this video, or just to you, like whilst you listen to what's going down. Um, so boom. Some of you might be asking. Well, before I go into that, have you had your dinner? Have you had your lunch or breakfast? Okay, great. So you're fasting as well. You haven't broken your fast. Um, this is amazing. If you are eating, hopefully you're eating something that is conducive to the body, conducive to the spirit, your mind, body, and soul. Right. So that's what we're talking about right now. Um, so yeah, I've mentioned that before plenty of times. Um, you are the archetypal superhero. You are the quintessential superhero, and your uniqueness, your nuances, your idiosyncrasies, your peculiar traits that only are shown or conveyed or expressed once the door is closed, like when nobody's looking at you, and that's who you are. Trust and believe that. When you're home, listen, homegirl, I know you kind of put on that poker face. I would just call it stoic. You have a so many women, they don't even know it yet. I mean, I just finished that book by Marcus Aurelius. I feel like you should read Meditations, but he's a Roman emperor. Great, I mean, incredible philosophical levels. I mean, principles, jewels, doctrines. I mean, it's all in there. It's almost like you're reading scripture, but I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot to unpackage and unload with his ideology. But as far as being stoic, the term, I feel like women exude it so well as far as their facial expression, so to speak. Um, Women can be so almost the appearance would be like emotionless or carefree, or or they can just have the poker face in which you don't know what they are thinking or how they feel. So like, she could be ecstatic, she could be in euphoria or have a euphoric feeling, she could be deeply upset. Most of the time when girls are really upset, they might like let you know that, but who knows, sometimes it's just like a straight face, and that's just like, you just don't know. And I feel like I feel like it's a talent of theirs. Like, it's definitely a talent. But I was going to the point of saying, like, women can have this expression or have their selves presented in public in very particular ways, as far as being almost like robotic even. Um, but when you get them, I won't say when you get them, but like when they are in the car by themselves, or when they are at home by themselves, when they are comfortable and like nobody's around, the public, the general public, their family, their friends, even their significant, the romantic significance. I don't want to call them significant others. Like, other just means like you're just some random motherfucker. Like, no, you're the romantic, you're the intimate significant that is able to have access, and I'm able to exchange the your divine feminine, your divine masculine, your the divinity within you is open only to a particular person. So be cognizant of that. But yeah, like, even when that romantic significant isn't around, and hopefully you are open to around that person, guys too, hopefully, like, when you have your shorty or your lady or your divine feminine archetype, you can be yourself. But a lot of people don't really show who they are until, like, you know the lights are off or the attention isn't on them, or the spotlight isn't on them. And it could be like the metaphorical, the metaphysical spotlight, but I'm just talking like people are out there watching them. I mean, you could be walking in Walmart, people weren't necessarily watching you there either. Like, I don't know, unless you're Madonna, unless you're Prince or something, unless you're, I don't know, like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're Taylor Swift or some shit like that, then maybe you might be having some motherfuckers like following you. But for the average person, it's not like I know whoever the average person is, but just for people in general, they are very particular about how they present themselves in public because they tend to care about what people think about them, whoever these people are. The general populace, they will cater or dictate their behavior, their behavioralisms, or their particularisms, or their mannerisms in a certain way, maybe to fit in with society, maybe to not ruffle any of societal's feathers, or maybe it's just like for them to be like not to like they don't want to draw any attention, like, you know, like to draw the least amount of attention is like what's on the psyche for a lot of women and for a lot of guys too. Like you might be dressing and be like, oh, I'm fresh, I'm cool, or I have like dope clothes, whatever that means, but like for the most part, the cool, dope, fresh clothes that you're wearing are still in alignment with whatever is in style. In style, not predicated based on what you think is in style, is what you saw on the television set, or what you saw online, or what you saw some like rapper wear, or what you saw from Kanye West or something. It's like whatever the case, whatever you saw on Hypebeast, like, so it's not, you're not necessarily ruffling any feathers either. You're still like, you might be wearing some ostentatious type of like outfit, but it's still in alignment with what people would wear whenever they're trying to be cool. And like girls are the same way. But I say all of this to say your true self, when the mask is peeled back, and when you don't have those when you're not plagued or encumbered by the neuroticism or the anxiety or the, oh my gosh, somebody's looking at me, they're gonna think I'm silly, they're gonna think I'm goofy, they're gonna think I'm weird. When the ego is not like, it's screaming at you saying like, be correct, be pretty, be a beautiful woman, be a sexy woman, or be a cool guy, be a stoic guy, be a statuesque male, be a voluptuous, curvaceous, quiet and subtle and feminine female, be whatever feminine is. Like whenever you don't have that pride, that ego deterring you, obstructing you, what is the word? Yeah, whenever you are uninhibited. So I guess the word would be inhibited or something. I don't know. Whenever it is like blocking you, preventing you from being who you truly are, that's where your powers lie. That's the roundabout way of saying like those are your superpowers. That person in the room when nobody's around and you're just hitting your weed and you're just like getting it all the way going. Are you playing your music, or you're painting, or you're laughing, or you're like me, who's like you're out there talking to yourself, and you're having a good time. You're having a grand time. Like, I mean, this is who you are. That type of shit is what puts you on. That type of shit is actually like, that's the foundation. Those are your roots, so to speak. Like you're gonna blossom into the flower, and the flower is your divinity. The blooming of the flower is like the cocoon with the butterfly. It's like the ashes with the phoenix. It's the roots of your flower. It has to be cultivated with the solar energy, with the wind, with the earth, with water, and these elements that I'm speaking of are like, they're plentiful, they're boundless, they're outside, they're inside, they're within you. So it's like you have to nourish yourself, and you have to find these various constituents, or these various outlets to bring in, to receive the nourishment, so you can grow and blossom to that archetypal superhero, or that archetypal, that divine flower, right? The culmination of your solar and your lunar energy, the culmination of your right brain and your left brain, the synthesis or the coalescence of your this is my, angel face, this is my spiritual self. This is my idealized, idyllic, sensational, decadent self. And then this is my, like, yo, I'm not fucking around self. This is my goon self. This is my political self. This is my, okay, you've crossed me, now I have to show my face self, right? The synthesis of that, the synchronicity of those polar aspects, the polarities, because you need both and you are both. Like, don't feel that, you feel, don't feel at all, not for 1 second, that your shadow is something that is negative. Your shadow is not negative. Your shadow is not bad. If you didn't have that part of yourself, you wouldn't be like a human. Like, no, there are some things that make you upset. There are some things that cause you to be that cause you to speak out, that cause you to say, no, 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 I'm not for this, I'm not with this, no, I'm not having that. And this is a good thing. You have, I mean, you need that, right? You need that within you. Some people are a bit more expressive with it than others. Some people are a bit louder with how they express themselves than others, and that could be a good or a bad thing. But like, and it's not up to me to say that, but it's like, at the truth. The truth is the synthesis of your shadow with your higher self. The higher self and the lower self, once you start to activate the God that is within you, your Christ consciousness, then it permeates through every area of activity. And that's the self-actualization. That's the self-realization. When you're self-realized, not like you're never going to have a bad day, or you're never going to be upset, or you're never going to be worried, or you're never going to be frustrated. It's like, no, 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 it's not that. It's that those your unique traits that make you you, that make you who you are, those become your superpowers. That is how, like, Superman can shoot the lasers and he can fly and stuff like that, and how, the Incredible Hulk has the incredible strength. Like, your powers are gonna be encouragement. Your powers are gonna be empathy. Your powers are gonna be forgiveness, faithfulness. Your powers are going to be loyalty. Your powers are going to be integrity. Your powers are going to be appreciation, altruism. Your powers are going to be audaciousness, boldness, benevolence. These are your powers. Compassion will be yours. You'll wear that on your chest. Compassion, empathy, dedication. Oh my gosh, diligence. These are your powers. All right, and you will mold that with your personality. Oh my gosh, your personality is how it's going to be the icing on the cake. Because when people see you, they're going to see love. They're going to see kindness. They're going to see joy. They're going to see that, and you're going to express that. You're going to give it, not sparingly. You're going to give it like it's a free for all, like it's a charity, like it's a like like you're getting paid for that shit. That's how this is gonna go down. Let me close my door. It's gonna be like you're getting paid for it, because the listening is your currency. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, that community service, the way those the youth smile, the way your grandkids look up to you, the way your brother and sisters will receive you, the way your parents look at you and say, wow, something has, there's a light within you. Your light is shining. Your light has grown brighter and brighter, and it's to a point where I'm squinting whilst I look at you. Like, let me throw some motherfucking shades on, because like, you are a star. You are that. Like, homegirl, do you know that is gonna be you? That is you. That is you, homegirl. That is you, homie. Like, homeboy, I know you might be saying, yo, like, people are calling me all kind of names, but they're not calling me a hero. You might be saying, like, yo, people are like talking bad about me. People are like commenting on my clothing, commenting on my aesthetic. They're commenting on my lack of competence or intelligence or industriousness. Listen, it's not up for them to debate that. Now listen, internalize what they're saying, because they might be giving you some game, like they might be giving you something constructive, but like, it sounds like critique, it sounds like criticism, but at the end of the day, if you step outside and you're getting, or you're receiving the same commentary from multiple people, multiple sources, I'm not saying that it's going to be all the way true, because they may not see what's within you, but you should take that into account and say, all right, man, everybody's calling me lazy. People are calling me trash. I mean, hopefully they don't say that, but people are calling me like, disloyal. People are calling me a traitor. People are calling me like, whatever the case may be, figure out figure out how you can improve upon that, because your life is like the Japanese like theory of kaizen, of continuous improvement, constant improvement, like being being a person or being an individual who thrives and loves and who has fallen in love with his or her self-development, the cultivation of the spiritual self, the higher self, the God self. The Once that permeates through your body, do you understand that you have the same powers as they do in Dragon Ball Z? Do you understand that this is the same powers that Gon and Killua are trying to cultivate in Hunter x Hunter? This is the same powers that Naruto had to go out and get some training with the sages so he could turn up and become the greatest ninja of all time. Like, you have that, brother. Like, you are walking that. You are Midoriya from My Hero Academia, but you see how he has to turn up and show his face. It's not like, yo, people think they're just gonna beam up. Yo, it's gonna take time, but fall in love with the time. Ash Ketchum was not the Pokemon trainer. He was not the number one trainer at all. Like, do you know he was going to the tournaments and he was losing for years? For fucking 22 years, it took him for him to win the Pokemon, whatever it was, league championship. 22 fucking years. 22. Do you think he's tripping? Do you think he's like kirking out when he sees people? Do you think like when he meets people he's like, yo man, don't talk to me, you know I'm a loser? No, he's falling in love with his development. He's falling in love with like his home his journey. So like that's you. That's you. God bless. Namaste. Namaskar. Figure out your superpowers. Figure out your spiritual gifts. Expound upon them. Enhance them. Cultivate them. Hone in on them. Express them. God bless.